When life gets unpredictable, preparation matters. In medicine, it's all about staying alert, ready for whatever comes through the door. On the road, it's no different. That's why Volvo designs vehicles to help anticipate risk, reduce harm, and protect lives. The Volvo XC90's advanced safety systems inspire confident decisions wherever the road takes you. The Volvo XC90, for life. Proud sponsor of the Pit Podcast. Learn more at volvocars.ca/safety.
So in transit goes all over the place. Sometimes we'll talk about public transit. Sometimes we'll talk about pedestrian issues. Today, something very special. We're going to talk about the world of racing because a 14-year-old Montrealer, Luca, he's making waves in the racing world. He's secured a spot with LC Racing Academy for the 2025 JS F4 Series. Luca is one of only 2 Canadians signed to the Open Wheel Championship. It's the first step towards Formula One. After karting achievements, he's trained under legend Jacques Villeneuve. Luca is ready to hit the track, becoming the only driver from Quebec in the series. Now, I have it on good authority, he does not have a driver's license. Yet, he's able to drive these vehicles and reach speeds of up to 240 kilometers per hour. Luca Day's in studio, along with his father, Nick Day. Nick, thanks for coming to the studio.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
So, Luca, you seem like a proud boy. You're wearing your high school T-shirt there, PCHS, Pierrefonds Comprehensive High School.
Yeah.
You got a big smile. Every time I've mentioned PCHS, you got a big smile on your face.
Yeah, it's a good school.
It's a good school,
Yeah.
huh? Okay, Luca, how do you get into racing? I mean, I got my driver's license a little late when I was 20. How do you end up driving at age 14 some of the most powerful vehicles in the world?
Well, I started off with karting. Of course, a lot of F1 drivers, they start very young. So I started around 7. Then, of course, indoor karting. And then at 10, 11, I finished second in a championship for K1 Speed in the junior series. Then karting team noticed me, and I did a few years in karting. Yeah, I did well. I did pretty well. Then after... we got the chance to do F4 in the U.S. So we've done about 8 test days over the last year. And then in July, I went to FIDE Academy in France.
Just when you were 7, I just
Yeah.
want to know, was there an attraction to cars right away? And I know maybe Dad, like, was when Luca's like, hey, I love cars, karting, I want to do this. Are you like, oh, this is a great idea? Or are you hesitant? I'd love to know how that love affair at 7 began. Who was the push behind this?
Yeah, so since I was 1 or 2, my dad watched F1 with me, and I just loved it. And then I started rental karting at 7. Yeah.
Well, and Nick, tell me a little bit about that, how that all started, how you saw it from your eyes as your son showed interest into racing.
Well, Luca has 1 speed, and I think it's fast. So he was obsessed with cars. Anything with wheels on it, he'd want to get in, he'd want to drive around. And the second he was tall enough to get in a go-kart, he was just flying. He was skiing, he was downhill skiing at 2.5 and just speeding down the hill. So he's just always had an infatuation with speed. And to the point that the first time he got on track, I mean, I was faster than him. And then within a couple of sessions, I couldn't even keep up with him anymore. And he was like 8 years old. So it's you either have it or you don't.
So there's a bit of that too, right? There is once he starts racing, you clearly see that there's a skill there. He's got a skill that others don't, clearly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
So Luca, okay, so tell me about this series, the JS F4 Series, and just how big a deal this is for you.
A really big deal. I'm one out of the 22 drivers all across the world, drivers from Australia, New Zealand, everywhere. So I'm just really happy.
And is it fair to say the drivers that race in this series, that it literally is the stepping stone?
Yeah.
A few steps later, it's F1?
Yeah.
My goodness. And that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
You want to be on the F1 circuit.
Yeah.
I have to ask, it sounds like this is a pricey hobby sport to be in, right? Sport is what I should say. How you raising the funds for this? How do you make sure you can stay on the course and do all of these things and travel?
So this year I met Road to Racing. So it's a charitable organization that help young drivers like me raise money for their career. So yeah, I met them, and we made a deal. So I have my own my own charitable organization where people could just donate, and yeah, I'm just looking for sponsors.
And Dad, is that a big part of this? In order to keep Luca racing, you got to make sure that you can make sure you can travel and do all of those things if you want to make it to the next stage.
Absolutely. You get to a point, everybody jokes around that, in F1, if you have a lot of money, you'll make it. Yeah. But there's just, you require talent. It gets to a point where you need to have that balance. But racing in a series that is mostly in the U.S., especially with the exchange rate these days, you need to be able to raise some funds. And Road to Racing's been great to work with. They've helped us raise some funds and help people get taxable donation receipts as they do. Just give Luca a chance to do what he has to do.
That voice there is Nick Day, and Luca Day is his son, 14-year-old that has high aspirations to make it into F1. Luca, I cut you off there. Go ahead. What did you want to say?
Well, it's like you said, it's mostly talent. But yeah.
And okay, just tell me about why you love it. Why do you love getting behind the wheel and traveling at 240 kilometers per hour?
Well, I just love speed in general. When I'm in the car, it's just an amazing feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. And tell me about training with Jacques Villeneuve. How did that go? How did that come about? And what are the things you've learned from Jacques?
So yeah, in July, I got invited to go to Feed, and yeah, when I went, of course, amazing coaches there, Patrick Lemarié, Jacques Villeneuve, and I just learned a bunch of stuff. So it was a week. There was about 16 drivers, and yeah, we were in F4 cars based in Europe, and we were just teaching us a bunch of stuff like braking tests, just learning different phases in the corner.
How are you balancing school and this? How do you do both? Is there some give and take there? Do you have to talk with with your teachers a lot?
Yeah,
hey, I can't do this assignment. I'll be in France. How does that work?
Yeah. Well, of course, make sure to maintain my grades. That's the main priority. My discipline in school makes it that I'm able to race. So.
Yeah. And are you excited to be 16 one day and get a driver's license?
Yeah.
What would be your advice? To anyone that would want to get, it doesn't have to be necessarily racing.
Yeah.
But anyone who's a parent or a young child that wants to pursue their passion, what would be your advice?
Just dedication. Just focus on what you like, and just stay focused. Dedication.
Dad, are you proud of the dedication of what you've seen from your son?
Absolutely. We in the summer, we go to the kart track every weekend. We'll show up at 8. He'll be on track till 5 o'clock. He just keeps pushing, and then he goes back home to the simulator. I mean, he lives, breathes, sleeps racing.
Dad, do you ever worry about the danger? I mean, this is not collecting baseball cards. This is a dangerous sport, right? Do you ever worry about that?
You obviously have the worries about what's going on. There's 16 to 18 cars on track. Could a collision happen? That's always in the back of your mind. But these cars are built out of carbon fiber. The safety behind it, it's all inspired from F1 safety. So he's got a head and neck device. He's got the helmets, fireproof suits. There haven't been any notable injuries in the sport in years, just because of the safety precautions they take.
I mean, I guess maybe this is a given. I don't know at this level. Have you gotten into crashes, Luca?
A few. It happens, though. It happens.
Yeah. And tell me, was there a crash that was particularly memorable or something?
Well, it was maybe the second session I was in a F4 car. I mean, I just wanted to push it, and mistakes happen. I spun and crashed in the wall. But but it happens. Crashes happen. You obviously have to push in a car, and you either crash or don't crash.
And the first place finishes have come with that pushing, I imagine.
Yeah.
That's it.
What
goes through your mind when you witnessed him crashing? When it's happening, what's going through your mind?
Is he okay?
Yeah.
How bad's the damage on the car?
Yeah. Yeah.
But what Luca was saying, it's the only way you can actually test the limits on the car is you got to push. And if you're not pushing it past the limit, then you can never actually take the car to the limit. So this is part of learning.
Well, and I guess it's what sets apart those who do and don't make it to F1, I imagine. Fellas, thank you so much. Luca, you take that pride of PCHS. I love it. I'm telling you, every time I mention his school, big smile on his face. You love your school, I can tell. That's Luca Day, his dad, Nick Day, and hopefully headed to Formula One. Thanks so much, gentlemen.
Thank you.